Welcome to the RC Community Sticker Project, brought to you by Fast Freddy RC. In today's video, we're doing a shout-out to Island RC Duke. Great guy, cool videos, awesome static model kits.
So for step 29, attaching the battery cover, well, we need to grab E1, and then you can see that there's the sponge tape that we have to put on either side, and then we've got the pins that have to go through that battery cover as well. Now, there are the pins, and then there was one large piece of sponge tape which I've cut into the appropriate bits, because you can see that they want two of this longer one and then two short ones. So basically that sponge tape, if you cut it in half, it's practically exactly the right size. So I've done all that. So I'll set it up and we'll put this on the chassis. So first off, let's get the strips in place. And you can see that it needs to go on the inside and pretty much at the back so that it would sit basically right there and fit before the curve. So essentially that's how I'm going to do it. In fact, I'm going to probably start at this end so that I know that I can just move it past the curve and then it'll fit all the way down. So let's do this. So if I take this off, I'm going to attach this just about where the curve is and move it all the way down. So that it just looks like that. So you can see that it's pretty much just at the curve and then takes it all the way down. So same again on the other side. We'll do the exact same thing. I'm going to place this approximately there and run this all the way down to the end. Good. So there's the sponge tape on the top of that. Then for these bits, they're showing that they want it on the chassis itself. Now I'm turning this around just so you can see that it's the two at the back of, or at the front I should say, of the chassis. So I'll turn the front around so that we can see this, because this is a square, basically this whole backside. So they're saying just put a couple of pieces on the ends. So we'll slap one in there. And we'll put one there. So we've got two at the front, and then of course the cover itself. So now, if we move this again, it's showing that there are two pins that go onto this. So this bit here, you can see pops in at the front. So this here is going there, and then that folds down. So again, if we put it on this side, you're seeing that this bit comes in on the front and then folds backwards to here. And that's so you can put the pins in, just like that. And that is how the battery will stay in place. It's a pretty cool system. I kind of like that. So that's very cool. So that means that step 29 is complete. So we're going to now move on to step 30 and work on the body mount posts. Well, you can see that we've got to have one on either corner of the truck. Makes sense. There are our body mounts, and there's the hardware that we're going to need. And it really is going to be pretty simple, because you've got the square, that's got to go over top of it, and you screw it in. So I'm not going to do this on camera. I'm just going to do it, and then we'll come back. because this is a pretty self-explanatory step, super easy. So I'll be back in a second. So there we go. There are the body posts in place, and you can see they're just screwed in on all four corners with those screws. So really that is it. That is the end of that step. So step 30 is complete. So we can now move on to step 31 and work on the wheels.